Hi, all. Happy Monday. So, just a couple caveats today as you join me live for Coffee with Coach. It's the holiday season, which means I have a packed house at the moment. So, there's laundry going on. There are people on the floor above me, and there are people right outside my office door. So, you're just going to have to bear with me a little bit, and we're going to pretend maybe it's not as loud in here as it actually is. Now, I had a thing. So, as you guys join in, make sure you say hi. Please give us likes and loves. Well, I guess you can only give us thumbs up on YouTube. Whatever. I forget where I am sometimes. Don't be mad at me. So I wanted to do something today I've never done before. I have this angel deck sitting on my desk. Who knew, right? I know. But I'm a little bit sad today. I'm not going to lie about that. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. But today we're going to be talking about why I hate the phrase, yeah, I'll get back to you after the holidays. What? I'm sorry, is today not a real day? I'm a real boy. Right, said Pinocchio. No, is today like not a real day? Is that the deal? Does this like the month of December pretend? Is it just like an extra thing we put on the end of the calendar, but we don't care about? I think not, my people. I think not. So here, I'm just going to get us a card here. Let's see what I can do. You ready? I'm supposed to shuffle these according to some spiritual advisors I know. We shuffle these. This is me shuffling. Don't be alarmed. All right. So like this, and then we pull one out. I got one. All right, guys. So this is our angel reading for today. I know, so unlike me, right? But this is what we're doing. Have confidence. Boy, ain't that the truth. It's December, my people. Have confidence. So this is moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in others and in spirituality is enough, along with knowing that the universe works through you and in all ways. Okay, so whoever needed that, you're welcome. Welcome to Coffee with Coach for December. It's 2001. I don't think we ever thought we were going to get here. It was like, are we really going to get to 2001? And now it's almost 2002, and this is not a throwaway month. So as you jump in, please say hi. I'm going to be coughing a little bit today because I ran really hard this morning because I needed to. Those of you that follow me on Instagram saw a little story about that. I did not want to, which I thought was actually really great for having confidence. No, I thought that was really great for today's conversation about December and how it's like, I don't wanna. And I get the don't wannas. You guys, okay, so something you gotta know about me. I'm not religious per se. I don't have a religion. I was raised Mormon. I am no longer. My stepmother was Jewish. Turns out a lot of my ancestors were Jewish as well. My husband's Catholic. I'm like an equal opportunity party person when it comes to religion, whatever. But Christmas I love. And I don't subscribe to one thing about it. I like to wear red sweaters. Hi, Alex. I like to make pretty things. I have far too many trees in my house, like this kind of thing. So I just love it. And I have a lot of don't wanna days in December. I get the F-its like everybody else. I don't wanna. I want to like sit around and watch Elf and watch him burp after he drinks the whole thing of Coke. That makes me laugh every time. Probably because I had 5 brothers growing up. I would rather put up my feet and do nothing. But you guys, there are days and times for that. And that is something else I want to talk about today. So when you feel the temptation to say, I'll reach out to you after the holidays, say, how does next week look for you? And I want you to start planning in time off. I'm not talking weeks and weeks and weeks, which is what everybody wants to do. And the reason I don't necessarily advise that you do that is because it makes you feel like crap. She said elegantly. It feels awful, right, to pretend like an entire month doesn't matter in your business. Like, then what do? You just sit in front of your computer and waste time playing games? Do you not really get back on emails? Like what are you doing if I'll talk to you after the holidays is your MO? What are you doing with your days? These days you've been given to have confidence according to our angels today, right? Like what are you doing? Again, please forgive all the background noise today. I don't know how much you guys can pick up through my mic, but it's loud in here today. And as you guys come on, please say hi so I know you're here. I always love to say hi back. Do you guys know what I'm talking about though? And it's that same thing that happens between the week between Christmas and New Year's when everybody just feels like garbage, right? Because you probably overeaten, you're not sleeping that well, you tend to not get out of your pajamas, that sort of thing. And listen, We all need down days. I'm not saying don't do that. We all need downtime. We all need days where we rest. We all need days where we sleep in a little bit, or take a nap in the afternoon, or wear really comfy pants. Like, we need those days, and we're allowed to have those days too. But you guys, when it's weeks on end or days on end, you start to like fall into a funk. And you guys let me know if I'm wrong. Like if you're like, nope, I love it. It makes me feel wonderful. It's great. Then you let me know that. If for weeks on end, days on end, it makes you feel okay to do that, I will remind you of say, oh, I don't know, March 2020, when all you wanted to do was not do that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I get it. Like inside of that, like there's a little bit of a game there because that wasn't our choice, right? We didn't get to decide that. And so I get that. And that's what I mean by the kind of game in there. Like when we have to do things because it's the right thing to do, we get pissed, right? It's like, don't tell me what to do. You can kind of get that energy. And so that's what that was, is that was like a forced staycation. And that, by the way, was the name of the email that launched Coffee with Coach. Is that crazy? I just remembered that. It was, let me crash your forced staycation. And Coffee with Coach was born, right? But that's the thing, you guys, you see, even inside of that, you can get creative. Even inside this month, where if you do want to slow down a little bit, I know so many people who want to take December off. That's awesome. If you actually plan for it and you want to do that, that's great. Like all of our podcast episodes are like done for December, right? I got it. Like we're working on that too. We're all trying to take a little bit more time to enjoy, but that doesn't mean you throw away the month. It doesn't mean the entire month doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that your answer to everything is yeah after the holidays. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Does that make sense? Now, one other thing I just want to talk about today is that when we have something to get done, okay, so I'm going to just use myself because I don't like to lie, right? I don't like to make stuff up. So I'm going to use myself. So today, for example, you guys, I was sitting, so we have our fancy tree. That's what I call it. It's where the glass ornaments are. And I love that tree, you guys. Oh, I'm going to have to take pictures. I'm going to have to take pictures. Those of you that follow me on Instagram, I'll take pictures of the tree because a lot of those ornaments were gifts or they were on the tree when I was like a baby. I know that means they're 325 years old if you're counting my age. So all of those are on the fancy tree, right? And the fancy tree's lit. It's gorgeous. And I'm sitting on the stairs this morning. My class starts at 6 to go run. It's my running class at 6. And I'm just sitting there drinking my coffee and I have my cute little, I think it's my Kris Kringle mug or something, right? I'm sitting on the steps and I'm like, you know, no one's going to know if I don't go. You know, that thought, isn't that it's so nasty, that one, right? No one's going to know if I don't go. I can lie. It's not like anyone who watches Coffee with Coach is in class with me. No one's going to know. But you love those nasty little suckers, right? So I have that going on in the back of my head and I'm tired. I'm really tired. We're actually going through something as a family that's really, really sad. And I've been really sad. Our monthly members know this. I acknowledged that during our monthly membership call. I was like, you guys, I'm super sad. So I'm sitting there on the stairs. I'm like sad. I don't want to, no one's going to know. I could just crawl back into bed and get another 20 minutes before the rest of the house wakes up or whatever, right? I can hear the dog in his crate starting to wrestle. The cat's running around my legs. I'm like, no one would know, Sarah. No. Right. Danger, Will Robinson, right? These moments, for those of you that have been with me, you know what they're called? Do you guys know? I love this. Okay. So I call these moments, they're the unsexy moments. They're not the ones that everybody sees. They're not. They're the moments when no one else is watching. They're the moments where no one else would know if you lied and skipped. They are the moments when you sit there and you think, you know, it's not going to make that big of a difference. It's just one time. It doesn't really matter. And that moment, you guys, the moment of the unsexy is where our dreams die. Boy, I am just uplifting today, right? But they are. Stay with me here, okay? Because here's your moment. One step this way gets you closer to what you want, and one step this way takes you further away. And over time, the difference is enormous. I did a Sarah Uncut not too long ago. And it was 3 things I learned from my 8-figure coach that I thought everybody should know. And one of them was about running, right? So I'm running. And as you run in, and my coach is like, just hit one more arrow up, like just go one arrow faster, just one. And the thing is, you don't notice when you do that, right? You don't notice that I worked out one extra time when I didn't want to, right? You're like, what's the big deal? But over time, even in the one session, if I hit one extra arrow, that can be the difference in an entire mile. By the time I'm done with class, that's a big deal. But in the moment, when we decide to do the work or not do the work, in the moment when we decide to hide or not hide, it doesn't feel like it's that big of a deal. And you guys, that's the issue. Because we humans are just awful at delayed gratification. We want instant. One of my favorite comedians does a joke about, like, forget Amazon Prime. I want Amazon now. I hit order, it should be in my hands, right? Like, that's how we're operating right now. And so when you say, I'll talk to you after the holidays, in that moment, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal, right? You're like, whatevs. It's no big deal. It's fine. Because in that moment, your goals didn't disappear, right? In that moment, it was just a cheeseburger. In that moment, you didn't return the one email. In that moment, you didn't return the one call. And it feels like it's not a big deal. But after a week, or say, I don't know, an entire month named December, you're way off track. You're way off track. And now come January, you feel like junk. You're exhausted because you haven't taken good care of yourself, right? You're way behind on your business. And now not only do you have to do what could have been done in December, right, that didn't get done, now you have to start over and try to pick it up. And it's a really heavy lift. Anyways, this is why nobody like keeps their New Year's resolutions, because they're baloney. They're baloney. Because you're lifting everything up from December that you didn't do, and you're trying to make up for all of the lost time. I'm going to be great. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to work out 5 times a week. I'm going to only eat salads, and I'm going to be loving to everybody. And I'm going to do, and it's like, your brain is going, you are so full of crap. I don't even know what to do with you right now. So it's like, this is what happens, you guys, right? So this month, can I just give you a little bit of a challenge? Okay. Hold on, before I give you the challenge, Alex said something. So Alex said, I absolutely know that line. They'll never know. I heard it today and I decided to do the work. Oh my God. Alex, you get a gold star. You said, I'm tired of not honoring myself. Dang it, Alex, you just nailed it. That's the whole thing. And before I get to the challenge, let's just dive into that, because I think what Alex just said is really important, you guys. When you do not do what you said you were going to do, right? When you don't do what you said you were going to do, you are teaching yourself not to trust what you say. Yes, that's correct. You heard me. When you do not do what you said you were going to do, you are teaching yourself not to believe what you say. Do you know how damaging that is? Do you understand the depth of self-betrayal? And I don't mean to get like super heavy. It is Monday. It is December 6th. We're supposed to be partying up in this joint. I know. But before you go party, before you like relax and put your feet up and pretend like this isn't a month, which I hope you're not going to do now, can you just check in with yourself and say, let's pretend now it's December 14th. That is 8 days from now. That's 8 days that you could move your business ahead. That's 8 days your health could get back on track. That's 8 days you could be working on a relationship. That's 8 days you could be making deeper connections. That's 8 days you could be creating content. Do you know how much can happen in that time? So just pretend right now it's December 14th and you're looking back going, what did I do with the last 8 days? Damn it, Sarah asked me about this 8 days ago. What do you want that answer to be? Do you want it to be, oh crap, I actually didn't do anything? Or do you want it to be like, I killed it. I nailed it. That was amazing what I just did. Do you see the difference? It's all up to you. I know you know that. You don't need me to tell you that. But there are so many times where we act like it isn't up to us. There's so many times where we act like it's something else's fault, someone or something else's fault, right? It's not my fault. It's December. I mean, Are you that weak? I talk about this a lot with coffee, right? People always say, oh, don't talk to me. I haven't had my coffee yet. Oh my God. It's like, really? You depend that much on a beverage I can't talk to you? Like, wow. Oh my God. Is that how you view yourself? If the rest of the world takes December off, I'm sorry, does that mean you're supposed to? Does that mean you have to? What do you want to do? What do you want to create? You know, when it's kind of like this month, by the way, can be, I was just sharing with my monthly members, the week between Christmas and New Year's is always my biggest sales week. Always. It's always where we make the most amount of money. Why? Because everybody's sitting home and they haven't thought to create, they haven't done stuff like that. They're like so pumped and excited for possibility because they've let everything slide. And I love that. I'm happy to be there. I'm happy to be the coach that people run to that week. That makes me so happy. And it's such an honor. And by the way, we have a really exciting announcement for our New Year's Day workshop. But what about the money? So if you want to work on your relationship with money, that is a workshop for you to be in. Because why? Because it's going to be the week between Christmas and New Year's that we open the cart. Why? Because you're going to be sitting at home going, what do I want to create for my new year? And then I'm going to grab you by the arm and go, girlfriend, you're going to get over here with me and we're going to create some serious money for 2022. That's what we're going to do, right? You see how this works, you guys? You never have to stop creating. And you never have to let anything that's in your path stay in your path if it's blocking you. Everything, this is, Marie Forleo's thing, but you can figure out anything, right? She says everything is figure outable, which I love. But you really can figure out anything. Why are you letting what other people's bad behavior dictate what you will and will not do this month? And this month, while everybody's kind of like sleepy and groggy and not really doing anything, it's kind of like, for those of you, if you've ever done this, some people need to do it like between like midnight and 2 a.m. I'm like a 4 to 6 a.m. is my slot, but you can get so much done when everybody else is at a lull. Do you know what I mean? I was actually working with a woman who's got, oh my gosh, she's got 3 littles under the age of 7. And we were talking about how hard it is to get things done at that phase. Those of you who've had kids that age, like, oh my God, did your heart just break for her right there? I know it is the toughest phase of life, I think, as a woman to have young children those ages and be wanting to create something at the same time that's outside of the home is really challenging. It's just a difficult time in our lives. We need to ask for more help with that, right? Anyway, we were talking about how she's like, I'm up at 2 anyway because of whatever happens in the house. She's like, I work from 2 to 4 a.m. and they are the best hours. I was like, oh my gosh, I've done it too. Like we've all been there, right? But it's like finding those magic moments. You guys, that's what December is for all of us, by the way. So if everybody you're working with is like, yeah, after the holidays, create like mad. Start producing content. Start creating lesson plans. Start creating pathways for 2022 for your business to do what you want it to do. If no one's going to play, no one's going to return your calls or whatever, go grab yourself a kick-ass gingerbread latte. They're my favorite. Okay. I love them. Kind of like a pumpkin spice in November, the best, right? But the gingerbread lattes, you guys. Anyway, go get a gingerbread latte. So you're like celebrating, having a good time, whatever. And then sit the F down and get to work. Because if everyone else is taking time off, you have more time to be creative and enjoy. And then let me tell you, you do that for 90 minutes. Do you know what the rest of your day feels like? It's like heaven. It's so enjoyable because you've taken off some of the big nuggets that have been in your way and you've made something great out of them. See what I'm saying? Like, this is such an opportunity. It's such an opportunity for every single one of us to make something we've been dying to make, to create something we've wanted to create, and to enjoy the downtime at the same time. So here's my challenge. I promised you this. I think we're going to wrap up early because I have a crazy busy day and you guys are being super quiet because are you all hungover? Oh my God, were there holiday parties yesterday? Oh, I think that might be it. I don't know. Anyway, so here's my challenge for you. I want you to schedule in this week 2 hours where you're totally off. I know, right? Not what you expected me to say. I mean, totally off. I don't care what you do with it. I don't care if you read. My go-tos are like Harry Potter and Twilight because they're so fluffy and light and nobody cares, right? Like, I want you to do something super enjoyable just for you for 2 hours this week. I don't care if it's 4 30-minute blocks, whatever you want to do, but 2 hours this week off. You don't pick up your phone, right? No emails, none of that junk, unless you want to call a friend or call somebody you haven't connected with. That you could do, right? But no social media, no texting. connect with people. During that time, during these 2 hours, I want you to get deeply connected back to what matters to you. It's why I chose to do an angel card today, because sometimes we have to hold still a little bit and get back to what really matters to us. So for this week, for those of us, it's confidence. Thank you very much. And by the way, confidence in my book just means you trust yourself to figure stuff out. That's what confidence really is, right? Like, so we joke around about the guys who will take a job if they have two skills out of the 10 listed for a job. They'll just go, we call that confidence, right? Or craziness, I don't know. But the idea is they'll take it on knowing that those other 8 skills they'll figure out. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole idea, is I'll figure it out. That's that confidence. Trust myself to figure it out. So that's our word of today, and I'm going to challenge you to take that on for the week, is confidence. So I want 2 hours where you're totally off. You're reconnecting to what matters to you. If you need to take a 15-minute nap, do that. If you want to go get your gingerbread latte for 15 minutes, do that. If you want to call a friend you haven't connected with, do that. But 15 minutes where you are not required to produce. You see what I'm saying? Just 15 minutes of down, reconnecting back to you. Okay? 2 hours total this week. Then the other thing I'd like you to do for the month of December. Hi, Megan. So for the month of December, what I want you to do is I want you to pick one of those larger tasks. You know, one that's kind of bugged you. I'd prefer that it be for your business, just because we're in the mode of after the new year right now. And I want you to pick one that you want to get done before the end of December. I don't want this to be a hard thing. I don't want it to be annoying. Like for me, we redid an entire sales sequence based on our last numbers. So we redid all of this sequence, and we redid an entire sales page. That is something I could have very easily pushed off. Very easily, right? Because the launch isn't until the end of January. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to start January having to worry about this. I want to start January with but what about the money workshop? I want to do that, right? I want to enjoy that, and I want to get into that. But right now, I want this off my plate. And so we scheduled around it and we got it done. And I can't even tell you how liberating that is. And by the way, now I even have room for one more of those so that I can hit the ground running even more at the beginning of January. Does that make sense? They're not hard. None of this is hard. And that's the thing about the unsexy, you guys. Was it actually hard for me to get up off those stairs this morning and walk out the door? Not really. Was it comfortable? No. Did I want to? No. I'm not even going to lie. I did not want to go. I didn't. I wanted to sit there and look at my tree and drink my coffee. I did. But I'll tell you right now, I'm really a lot happier that I actually got up and exercised, right? Because I'm doing this all day. I have a back-to-back day. And I knew that. And it's like, is it going to be better for me to have had this energy to get the dopamine release, to get my blood pumping? I'm not any spring chicken anymore. I need to go work out, right? My body is aging. I have to take good care of it because there's stuff I'm here to produce. Does that make sense? So I want you to pick something that's not hard, right? I'm not talking about, revamping your entire website before the end of December. I'm not saying fire your entire staff and hire new people, right? No, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about like 1 or 2 projects. I prefer one that if it's off your plate come January 1st, you're going to feel like $1 million. That's the one I want you to choose. All right. So that's our challenge for December. This week, along with our confidence from our little angel card pull this morning, right? So we want 2 hours this week of downtime, 2 hours where you replenish, 2 hours where you get connected back to who you are and get connected to what matters to you. Okay. So 2 hours of that. And then one project before the end of December that you would like off your list come January 1st. So that when January 1st hits, you're not like, I'm going to sleep for 3 weeks. What are we doing? Like, we don't want to hit January 1st that way. We want to hit January 1st like, yeah, all right, I got a clean slate. What are we doing? See what I'm saying? A little bit different. All right, you guys, this month matters. This is not a throwaway month. And when you hear yourself being tempted to say, yeah, after the holidays, I want you to slow down and ask why you would put that off. Why? What are you going to gain by putting that off? And I'll bet you the answer is not much. All right, so let me check our dates here, you guys. Let me just check. Hold, please. So our first, ain't that always the way? So I will be back here streaming live for Coffee with Coach on January 3rd, okay? For those of you who are interested in the But What About the Money workshop, tickets for those go on sale the week between Christmas and New Year's, as I just said, right? Why? Because I know that's when you're going to want it. I know. I love you. And I know you. All right. So the But What About the Money workshop's $47. It's going to be totally worth it. We're going live on New Year's Day with me. You're going to get coached with me. We're going to talk about your relationship to money. We're going to look at your business finances, not like personally, but right. You're going to look at your business finances. We're going to get set up for 2022 with an actual number that you are going for, that you are going to reach. And we're going to talk about how you're going to reach it all inside that workshop. All right. For those of you that are interested in the sprint that starts on January 1st, if you are signing up for the January 1st sprint for 2022, you are gifted a free ticket to the But What About the Money workshop. That's right. You heard it here first. If you miss all that, because I don't know, you stop opening emails or you stop doing anything for your business between now and then, I don't know what to tell you. I'll be really sad and I'll miss you greatly. But you heard it here, so you can email us. We'll give you all the info, but the tickets for that actually don't go on sale until December 26th. All right. But I do want to let you know about it now so you can not like have a alcohol/fat/sugar Netflix binging induced coma on New Year's Day. Rather, you are going to come and work with us and actually do something really fun. And I promise it'll be a blast. I always try to make our learnings a lot of fun. So I'll be doing that. The wait list for the January 1st, 2022 sprint is now open. All right. So you can get on the wait list, because those who get on the wait list get certain bonuses because they get to sign up before anyone else. All right. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter list, people, go to sarahwalton.com and sign up, and you will get on there and you can sign up for the wait list. That's the only way to get on. I don't have that anywhere else. All right, you guys, I love you to pieces. Happy almost New Year. Do not throw away this month. Please know how much I love you guys. I really do. I really care about each and every one of you. Those of you that I know, those of you that are quiet and I don't know, I love you anyway, because you're here, you're watching, you're doing, and you're creating. And I really do believe if you are watching me now, you're hearing this voice now, it's because you have something that the world needs. And it's time to get started. All right, you guys, I love you to bits. Happy almost New Year. I'll see you here live January 3rd. Bye, guys.